Dan, nice to meet you in person. As you know, this film is one of my favourites. Tell me the story. How did this film come to be?
Okay, so whenever I'm trying to make a movie, like ever since we made The Signal many years ago, we've always been trying to make other movies and potentially get deals to have money and maybe attach an actor of some notoriety who will then provide an investor to say, oh, I can invest in this because there's an offset. When all that is happening, which I call development hell, which sucks, meanwhile, the best strategy is to go actually start making another movie. And The Dark Red was one of several movies that we just made because I looked around and I was like, oh, I've got my dear friends and extremely talented people surrounding me, and we have everything we need. We have all the resources to make a movie. If not a huge budget, we have each other, and we have a story, and we have an actress as compelling as April who can pull it off. So it's just leaning into embracing the limitations.
I mean, this film very much hangs on April's shoulders. She kind of has to carry the whole film, and she does so incredibly. How did you get such an incredible performance out of that?
That's all April. We worked very hard to get to it. We talked about it ahead of time, and I told her we broke up the movie shooting over a period of time so that we would shoot for a period and then we'd take 6 months off and then shoot for another period so that we could allow her to do a body transformation. She gets very Sarah Connor in the movie. So, but yeah, we did a lot of work together and we talked about the process, and I actually surrounded myself, because I'm a dude, but this is a female protagonist with a lot of twists and turns, and I wanted to understand them better. So I surrounded myself, most of my keys were females, my production designer, my DP, costume designer, our stunt coordinator, and I brought them all close to me and I said, help me understand this perspective. And April and I worked very hard together to come through that and to understand what was happening. And often we would just film stuff with April to see what she was doing or to see how she was interpreting it. And then we would go back and rewrite based on her performance. So.
Yeah, there's a lot of strong female characters in this film, and they all go through some kind of transformation. I mean, what was it that attracted you to tell this story and to bring it to life?
Well, I don't know. There was something that was happening while we were making the movie. One was there was the Women's March that happened in 2016, and that was huge. And Trump got elected while we were making the movie, and then my wife and I were pregnant with our first son, and the process of giving birth in the hospital was interesting. Not to get too personal, but there was this slow erosion of power as the forces that be, like the doctors and the authoritarians in the hospital, would slowly, just sort of subtle things, being like, okay, well, this is what we're going to do. We're going to do this, and it's like, wait, do I have a choice here? And it started to feel oddly like our choices were being taken from us. When the mother should be in power, not the doctor that's going to be there when he's not golfing or whatever. And no offense to the entire system, but it felt intrusive. And I guess horror and sci-fi is a wonderful way to take the human condition and to put it on steroids and to take it as far as you can into that, shock therapy. So for me, that was happening, and I walked away thinking, God, why aren't we in power? What the stories they're telling us about our own birth, are they even true? Are they even where's my midwife? Anyway, that influenced the making of the movie while we were making it, for me personally. So.
Well, that's all of our time, unfortunately.
I didn't mean to take up all your time with that one story.
But thank you for talking to me. I love the film, as I said.
Thank you.
I hope it does really well for you.
So good to meet you, man. Thank you so much.